Imagine sailing a ship where the only defense you have is to beg the enemy to attack you. In 1917, a world war was fought beneath the waves. The German U-boat was a phantom, a hunter that left no trail. It was an unstoppable force, threatening to starve an empire into surrender. Every day, merchant ships, unarmed, unaware, went down. Cargoes of food, oil, and ammunition vanished. Britain was bleeding out. By early 1917, the German High Command had unleashed unrestricted submarine warfare. The goal was simple: sink anything that moved, break the supply chain, and force a surrender within 6 months. The losses were staggering. Traditional escort convoys were slow to organize. Every naval convention, every traditional defense was useless against a predator that struck from beneath the surface. They needed a weapon to fight the hunters. But they couldn't build more warships fast enough. The war demanded madness. It demanded a deception so cruel, so audacious, that no enemy commander would ever see it coming. The solution was simple, brilliant, and terrifying for the men who would sail them. They would turn the victim into the trap. They were called Q ships, mystery ships. They were civilian vessels, trawlers, colliers, freighters, loaded with a deadly secret. Beneath their peeling paint and full cargo were 4-inch naval guns, manned by the most patient, most lethal crews in the Royal Navy. The Q ship had to look convincing, leaky, slow, maybe even slightly listing, like a ship that had been at sea too long and was barely holding together. The goal wasn't a fair fight. The goal was to lure. The only successful defense was to invite the attack, to play the part of a soft target until the very last agonizing second. She is slow, unarmed. A gift. The bait was taken. The U-boat, confident in its superiority, surfaced close enough to use its deck gun, saving a precious torpedo. The hunter wanted a clear victory. Hold the nerve, boys. Hold the nerve. This was the psychological crucible. The crews behind the false bulkheads were baked in silence, listening to their fake shipmates scream, absorbing the deck gun rounds that might hit them at any moment. The wait could last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Every second they held their fire, the U-boat grew closer, and the trap became deadlier. Fire. Now, the transformation. The flag drops, the sides collapse, and the ghost ship screams to life. This moment, the opening fire, was the most exhilarating and terrifying moment of any sailor's life. The Q ships achieved major victories, sinking over a dozen U-boats and damaging many more. But the brilliance of the trick was its short shelf life. As U-boat crews grew wise to the tactic, they stopped surfacing. They reverted to attacking exclusively from distance with torpedoes. The Q ships were soon withdrawn, but their legacy was etched into naval strategy. They didn't win the war, but they changed the enemy's behavior. They forced U-boat commanders to pause, to doubt, to waste time and resources, buying precious months for the Allies to implement the convoy system. The ghost ship tactic proved that sometimes the greatest weapon on the battlefield isn't bigger armor or a larger gun, but simply the ability to turn the hunter into the hunted.